Boys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be covering some ways you can get more cars in Forza Horizon 5, whether you're a new player or an older player that just wants to expand their collection. Seeing as we're going to be getting a lot of new players in the coming days, now seemed like a good time to make this video, so let's dive right into it. And this initial one is a very fun method in my opinion, and it involves buying this house right here, which gives you a free daily wheel spin. Now, it does cost 5 million, so it's a bit of a save up, but with this house, it says get a free wheel spin each day, which initially I thought meant every real day, which is still pretty good. But since making that statement in previous videos, I've had members of the community inform me that it's actually every in-game day in Forza Horizon itself, which is significantly more regular wheel spins. So in my opinion, this is an excellent way to get more cars. I know still you don't get very many cars out of wheel spins, but let's be honest, wheel spins are very fun to open, and obviously the more you can open, the higher chance you have of getting a car, and at the very least you will be getting money towards cars, so at the end of the day, it's a benefit. But let's move on to the next step, and this is very fun, this next one, and it involves the auction house. And let's say you don't have very much money. That's okay. There are still so many cars you can buy. So one of my favorite things to do is giving myself a shopping budget. And let's say my shopping budget is $500,000. I want to make that go as far as possible. So maybe my max buyout is only going to be 100,000 credits. And now what I can do is I can decide whether I want each of these different classes. If I want to see if I can get a Toyota, then I can select Toyota, confirm, and scroll through and see which Toyotas I can get for 100,000 credits. But what I like doing more so than that is just setting my buyout at 100,000 or whatever your budget is going to be if you want to spend the whole $500,000 on one car, and just scrolling through, because you'll often find there are cars in this game you didn't even know existed. Some really cool fast cars as well, and it can be really fun just scrolling and buying various cars. And sometimes you'll even come across a car like this that doesn't look like a whole lot, but it has insane customization options. And the more you look through the auction house, I believe the more you will be shocked. And if you want to keep it within an extra budget, there is actually an advanced options here where you can set a minimum buyout. So if you have a max buyout of 500k, you can set a minimum of 400k, and it's only going to be showing cars in this range now, assuming you wanted to spend the whole budget in one go. Because I feel like Forza Horizon 5, because it has so many cars, offers some very affordable options relative to other Forza games. I remember I got my first Bugatti in Horizon 4. I had to save up $2.5 million for that. You can get a Bugatti for 500k in this game. But let's move on. Now, I'm sure lots of you know about this, but on the off chance you don't, every single week there are cars you can get in the festival playlist for earning points. And if you've never dove into this before, each of these events grant different points. So as you can see in the bottom left, if you do this trial, it'll grant you 10 points. Doing this trial will grant you 5, and this one will also grant you 5, which will then in turn unlock this car for you. And the car changes every single week, and this is a way a lot of die-hard collectors complete their collections, is by going through and doing this. And then the series is the overlapping for all 4 of these. It's your total added up between each individual week goes towards the series, and it's an incredible good way to complete your collection or expand your collection for no cost at all. Now, next up is something I used to do all the time on Horizon 4 when I had no money whatsoever. It's a little harder for me to do in this game, seeing as I have over 1,000 cars at this point, but I used to just go through and pretend to auction every single car and see what's sold for a lot of gold or credits or whatever you want to call it. And I was incredibly shocked sometimes. Sometimes there would just be a random car that I'd go to post at auction and would sell for like 4 million credits. And I promise you, you have at least one car in your garage you've never driven that has an insane buyout price. And these are some of the things I miss about having a fresher start in Forza, is because now money doesn't matter so much to me. I never find myself doing these things as much. But the other fun part of this is not only just figuring out which cars are worth a lot and which aren't worth anything, but it's also hoping that the car itself sells. Because at the end of the day, you have no control over whether somebody's gonna buy that car or not. So you post it up for an hour and you come back and you just cross your fingers hoping somebody bought it in that amount of time. Wow, this sells for quite a bit of treasure. But in my opinion, if you are looking to get money and looking for a fun way to get money in Forza Horizon 5, this is the best way to do it. Look at all these BMWs and how much they sell for. It keeps the mystery in the game, in my opinion. And then obviously, once you get your money, you can go to the auction house, or you can head on over to the car collection. And the reason the car collection is fun is because any car you don't own, you don't necessarily get to see what it looks like. So something fun I did when I started playing this game is I would just scroll down with my eyes closed, flick through pages, maybe even go to the search, flick through manufacturers, and land on a random square. And if I could buy the car, if it had the, if you see right there, it has the Y to purchase button. If that was on the car, I would buy it, and then I would customize that car. However, of course, some of them are going to be DLC, and of course, I never recommend you buy DLC because Forza does not need more of your money. And now for one final way you can get cars in Forza Horizon 5, and it's via barn finds, if you can believe it. As you can see, there's these purple barns around the map, and perhaps you don't even have them all unlocked, but each of these offer a unique car that you cannot buy on the auction house, and even I don't have all of them unlocked. And some of these cars, like the GMC Jimmy, I believe is one of them, are incredibly fun to drive. But more than this, occasionally you will get prompted in your message box that you have a gift waiting for you, or someone has sent you a barn find car. And if that's the case, you're in luck, because you could get any car in the game so long as you find the barn. It will give you a location on the map that will look similar to this, but it'll have a bigger overlapping circle, and you just have to go over there and hope you can find the barn, and you will get a random car. Now, I've done a lot of these in my time playing Forza, and more often than not, the car is a little disappointing. But at the same time, I've often given away many incredibly nice cars to gifts to players, so there is a chance you could get insanely rare vehicles that way as well. But boys, that is it for this video. And in my opinion, those are some of the funnest ways you can unlock new cars in this game, and they're pretty doable for almost all players. If you enjoyed this video at all or it helped you out, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment, or even all three down below. As always, we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.